Hey guys, Dr. Chickens or Khan here, and today we're going to be discussing perfection and why most will fail, and revolving around the topic of how do you know when to sell a product, whether it be that Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon box, crypto, stocks, real estate. Now in short, for all you guys that can't stick around any longer, never sell unless you need the money, as there is no perfect time to sell, guys. And but the average person might come in and say, okay, well, the market's at an all-time high, why not sell now? But that's where this mindset comes in of that short versus long term, guys. When we move into the comparisons for, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, especially when we talk about that sealed product, guys, we can see after no matter how many times the market goes up and down, fluctuates, bubbles burst and pop, sealed always remains to hold the test of time, guys. Having some sort of minimum floor price most of the time, especially after it proves itself, and having that safety net, guys. Even now as a comparison after the whole Pokemon bubble and crash, with Pokemon boxes used to being around 20k or so for WotC first edition ones, depending on Fossil, Jungle, Rocket. Now having dipped to that 13 or so k mark, seem to be stabilizing and only on the increase from there, guys. Not dipping to that 12 or 11k mark at all, remaining stable. And we can see this in different terms as well when we look at like Crypt, when that had that whole bubble and crash back in around that May time. Especially Bitcoin going on the rise, then crashing and sitting around that 40-50k mark. We can see yet again that there is that floor price, guys, that people aren't willing to go past and that the product seems to stabilize at. But when we get into why people sell at certain times, whether it's bubbles appearing and popping, price hypes with things going to all new levels, and that FOMO with fear of missing out, inflation and things slowly correcting just over time, as well as then price corrections and dips causing people to be scared, and all these factors that contribute to people wanting to sell. And when we talk about another factor that a lot of people don't mention is that price memory, guys. When we all look on eBay or different sources and see things sell, day upon day and this and that, we set certain expectations for what things should sell for. And when they exceed or lower our expectations, that does cause emotions, concern, hype. And this ultimately causes people to make mistakes, guys, as everyone is not perfect. For example, fossil boxes. When we got into that whole Pokemon era and everything back in October of 2020, we grabbed that fossil box for around 20k, guys. From my knowledge, with fossil boxes previously sitting around that 7-8k mark, and before October jumping up to 20k, we bought into the little bit of the hype, guys, that fear of missing out, not being able to even have a chance to collect on the Pokemon boxes I wanted before they went to the moon. And ultimately that fear of missing out caused us to buy into the hype in order to obtain something that we definitely did want. But that fear of missing out and hype and everything got the better of us, buying it at an all-time high. It's not even just that, but the price memory can affect future sales as well, guys. When you see things that are even potential good deals, but just a little bit over your expectations, $10, $15, $20 more than you want to pay, and you end up missing out on a great opportunity just because of a few bucks. For example, in July of 2020, after we bought that LOB box and everything was going smooth, we had a potential deal for 3k to buy a Spell Ruler first edition Yu-Gi-Oh! Box, which are now selling for 5k plus. 10 to 15 tournament pack ones, each selling for almost 100 plus USD now, and an LOB, MRD, and Spell Ruler official poster, which the LOB poster alone has sold for $1,000 multiple times. And this whole package that we were offered was for $3,000 back in September, July of 2020. And because we took our time with the payment, was a little bit slow, one of the two of the posters ended up being sold, and our emotions got the better of us. I didn't want to pay the same price or close to it without having them posters and everything, even though they were very minor compared to the boxes, the tournament 1-packs, and ended up missing on a great deal because of it, guys, and our emotions got the better of us. Like when we look at the big picture, guys, even things like this fossil box that dipped $7,000 or so since we bought it from that 20k mark, even most of the other boxes like this LOB at the time that we bought it, almost all investments don't start off as a good one, guys. But that's why we can't let our emotions dictate our decisions, guys. Fighting them pennies, the short change in the long run isn't going to get you anywhere, especially in that big picture. 5, 10, 15 years later, are you going to be worrying about the 20 bucks that you lost out, or potentially missing out on the hundreds to thousands of % that that deal offered? Now this can be applied to all aspects of life, guys. Whether it's not just cards and buying and selling, as well as owning a business, but you can bring this to YouTube with comments, feedback, your progress, self-development, relationships, dating. You can't let your emotions dictate your decisions, guys. As when it comes to your state of mind, guys, that is one of the most key factors in anything. Not just business, not just cards, not just life, progression, relationships. Your state of mind is key, guys. Dealing with that mental wear and tear, the challenges that come your way. Not staring at prices 24/7. Doing things you love. Partaking in stress-relieving activity. As honestly, guys, there's no shortcuts in life. There may be days that you just gotta work hard, where you have little sleep, doing what needs to be done, and the things you don't want to do and that are tough. Whether it's working hard hours at a job, going to the gym, self-development, cold showers, anything, guys. Because this doesn't just relate to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, but the factors of life, guys, are going to be your number one factor when dealing with anything and buying, selling, investing, or making money. Sure, there's times in life where you just want to kick back, relax, party. You know, we've even done it. University guys going out, partying, renting fancy places, going out, not living at home. But everything has a cost, guys. Whether it's not enough time with the business, loved ones, popping out babies left, right, and center, medical issues, bills. Because, guys, if you guys are going to be having many heavy life events coming up, maybe the investment path is not for you. For example, that fossil box that we bought for 20k that's now dipped to 13. If I weren't living at home, working 2 part-time jobs, had a family, medical issues, I would have to sell, guys. And this can even be bought over the smaller things like Hidden Fates, guys. I bought a bunch of ETBs for around that 120 mark, and they're now currently sitting for that 160 or so range. With international shipping fees and everything, I would be breaking even, if not losing, depending on where I'm shipping to, if I were forced to sell any of those. Plus throwing in them PayPal fees and everything. But this is why the choices are all yours in life, guys. It's your choice to move out, be a hero, start a family, popping out them children, doing risky things and causing medical bills, living a luxurious lifestyle. As honestly, people may laugh saying, what, chickens, you're staying at home? You got all these boxes? Good jobs? Why don't you move out? And this is why it's important of staying home as long as you can, guys, and not being that hero and moving out too fast. Because honestly, guys, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think. Because this is the importance of staying home as long as you can and not being a hero, guys. Like, it doesn't matter what other people think. And as I said, there's no shortcuts in life, guys. But you can fast track success and speed up the process of wealth accumulation, progress, and building that empire. Even though this isn't for everyone, guys. Not everyone wants to chase that dream of building something huge, building that empire, creating all that wealth. And there's honestly nothing wrong with that, guys, because everyone's happiness is unique. Whether one of us gets it through creating a card empire and doing what they love, or other means. Because seriously, not everything is about money, guys. And I wouldn't even be interested in any of this if it weren't for my love and passion for the hobby, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. With the money being a byproduct that I realized I could do and create something that would allow me to do what I love full time and forever. But this is not for everyone, though. But that's why when we talk about the question of when is the best time to sell, there is no best time, guys. Oh, I'm turning into one sweaty chicken, guys. We just got back to the gym, so you gotta excuse us. But as we're saying, everyone's circumstance and situation is different, guys. Mixed in with the market factors, the raises, lowers, bubbles, fluctuations, inflation. But that's why diversifying is key, guys. Whether it's into that Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super, stocks, real estate, crypto. There's even other things out there like art, other collectibles, as no one can predict the future as crystal balls. But we can only use our own data and opinion to have that best choice and follow our gut, guys. And that diversifying also helps in retrospect when one or two things dip, say in Pokemon, like our fossil box from that 20 to 13k mark. In retrospect, that doesn't affect our average at all, with our LOB box on the other hand going from 13 to 50k. And even when we look at all the other boxes that we've bought, guys, which most funnily enough is actually our middleman's, but when you go into that diversifying and one or two things fall, it doesn't matter because it barely affects the average, guys. And as we said, every investment starts off as a bad one. The key is time and patience, guys, because time especially is the only factor that we can look at. Time affects everything, guys. Whether it's people's opinions, prices, the value, the scarcity and supply of the product. Time is the ultimate factor. And honestly, most people don't have the patience when they see things going bad, hype, bubbles crashing, prices rising, dropping. People sell, people buy into the hype, people get scared. People get scared to chase returns. And that's why there is no perfection, guys. And how most will fail when it comes to when the perfect time is to sell a box. Or even that crypto, real estate, stocks, anything, guys. Because there is no perfect time. But hey guys, a bit of a different one. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions and whether you guys have gotten rid of any boxes or this or that, anything recently, or looking to grab any new sets coming out, or if you guys have any crazy stories with buying boxes and prices going up and down. But hey, this is Dr. Chickens or Khan telling you guys to subscribe for future epic market videos, openings, and giveaways. Or else we may have to sell Django for our next Yu-Gi-Oh box. Right, Django?